What's up, guys? I'm here with Paul Williams, a customer turned friend of mine with his 1955 Chevy Nomad. Hey, Paul, thanks for coming out today. It's pretty cold out, but I think we can do this.
Oh yeah, sunny day though.
Yeah, very nice up here. Always love seeing a Nomad, especially Paul's. I've seen it many times. It's probably one of the nicest cars in town. I'm not just going to say Nomads, probably not one of the nicest cars in town. So Paul, the question I always ask first, tell me how you got into Nomads.
Well, it goes back to high school. When I actually consider it my first car. I had a 150 handyman station wagon. It was kind of a neighborhood beach car and that. But there was another kid in school that had a Nomad, lowered with nice rims and good paint job. And I always said, I'd rather have that Nomad.
Yeah.
So I kind of just stuck in my head. And a few years back here, I was watching Barrett Jackson, and Nomad came across the block, and I just kind of brought back those memories. Oh man, I remember how nice those were. And I thought, so I just started thinking about, well, if I could find one, and I might buy one. So I kind of just started looking. Originally to buy one already done.
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper.
Yep.
But after looking, I started getting a vision of what I wanted.
Yep.
Colors, interior, and everything, and I couldn't quite find something, that would fit. I'd have to change things, and I thought, well, I'll just start from scratch, find one I can just, a project car.
Yep.
Start from scratch and just do it my way.
And this is, so you bought a project car?
Yeah.
What year was that?
2009.
2009?
Yeah.
And this was the project car, and then so who did the work for you, because it's pretty outstanding.
Yeah. D&P Classic Chevys.
DP Classics. We are familiar with them. My dad actually bought his Nomad on consignment through them. They were in Huntington Beach, right?
They were at the time. They're not anymore.
Okay.
They're in Fountain Valley now.
Early 2000s, DP Classics or Chevys, they made a name for themselves. They had the black and pink 56 Nomad that the wife, Peggy, and it was on the cover of Super Chevy. I mean, if you were into Nomads and you were into all that, you remember this Nomad, and it pretty much put them on the map.
Yeah.
Very popular. Everyone just kind of knew of it. Very, very well done, paint, everything, and their company took off.
Yeah.
With Tri-5s.
They made their name on Tri-5s.
Yep.
He's doing a lot of other stuff now.
Yeah, a lot of muscle car stuff. Right. Yep. So, first thing that jumps out at me about this car is the paint. This is a 55 color, right?
No, it's actually a 56 through 58 color.
Oh, really? Wow.
It's tropical turquoise. 55 was regal turquoise.
Ah, okay.
Had a little bit of metallic in it.
The 55 had the metallic in it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
55 had the metallic in it. They basically took the metallic out.
Wow, I did not know that. Cool.
Tropical turquoise.
Yeah, I think I mentioned to you last week it didn't have metallic in it, and I just thought it had a really nice look to it. Very.
I kind of went back and forth on which color, and I kind of decided, I kind of thought the tropical had a little more depth look to it.
Yeah. And how long did that process take from when you dropped it off?
It took 3 years and 3 months.
Wow. I mean, you must have been going nuts.
Oh, yeah. Well, it took 2 years before it got out of paint.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
so take me through that process, because I've never had a car built. Are you constantly talking to the builder the whole time, or how does?
I talk to him at least once every 3 months.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, because at the time I had my doctor in California. So I was having to see my doctor every 3 months.
Okay.
So I would just stop by.
Yeah.
And that was one reason why I had it there. My brother lives in Huntington Beach, and I thought, well, somebody could keep an eye on things too.
Yeah.
And I would stay at my brother's when I go to the doctor.
So you're talking to the builder. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people watching have never had a car built. I mean, what is it a stressful process? I mean, I can't imagine. I had a house built. I never had a car built before.
Well, and I can't. I'm not going to say anything bad about Daryl or whatever, but he tells you what you want to hear.
Gotcha.
And then then it doesn't go the way he says.
It seems like that's just the way of the world, right?
To get you into their shop, and it's not. I can't say it's his fault. It's all these guys do this.
Yeah.
And to compete against it, you got to do it yourself.
Yep.
If you sit there and tell a guy, okay, it's going to take 3 years.
Yep.
And some guy down the street says, oh, it'll take 6 months or a year.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to take it to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then it takes 3 years.
Yeah.
And
that's just how it is with just chroming stuff. I mean, the lead times and everything. I'm guilty of it too. I find it really hard these days to meet my ETAs. So I mean, I told myself this year, start padding them. Don't tell them exactly what you said, what they want to hear.
Right.
You got to tell them exactly what it's going to be, or you're going to hear about it. So it's very difficult, especially, and I think a lot of that has to do with DP was busy. I'm super busy. This is just people that do good work,
Yeah. When I first started looking for a place to have it done, I didn't know whether I should, because I found the car, it was in Buena Park.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, well, should I bring it back to Havasu and have a shop here in Havasu do it? Or find somewhere close by? And I found D&P. And at the time, in 2009, the economy was in the toilet.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
A lot of shops closed up.
Yep.
And I went over there, and man, he had cars everywhere. I said, this guy's the busiest I've seen anybody.
Yeah.
So he must be, he must be doing something right.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us about, and I love this part of your car, the interior, because I love stock 55 Nomad interior, and obviously 55s didn't have buckets.
Right.
So this is really cool. If you want to open your door there, the waffle interior.
Right.
And who did? We spoke about this last week. Who did your interior?
Stitchcraft.
Oh, okay. And so the waffle interior, and they call it that because the pattern on the seat covers, and normally the door panels too, but Paul took them out.
The backs would have been done.
Yeah. So it looks like a waffle, obviously. Was that difficult to request something like that when you said I want?
The only thing is I wanted it in leather.
Oh, okay.
And they said they couldn't do it in leather. It wouldn't. They kind of stamp it, heat it and stamp it.
Yeah.
Whatever. And they said it wouldn't take in the leather. I've heard other people say it would later on. But
Yeah.
so that was the only thing. Other than that, I had to buy X amount, way more than I actually needed to do the job.
Yeah.
They said they wouldn't do it unless you bought a certain particular amount.
Yeah.
To make it worthwhile.
And you didn't do. So you kept this size, and normally this would have had waffle too.
Right.
I like how you left this.
Right.
This is stock 55 Nomad.
What I wanted to do with the door panels, I thought, they kind of got it right.
Yeah, absolutely.
They did it right, so I don't want to change it other than I didn't use the waffle.
Yeah. I always like this. And then the kick panels have it, and then the rear side have it too. And then we have stock AC vents, which I really like. It's a nice touch. That's cool. And that's a 55 style?
No.
The 55 had the...
This is actually the air conditioning company. What is it?
Oh, Vintage?
Vintage Air.
Oh, okay.
Because the actual 55s, they're larger.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And I was going to say, I don't think they had these little things right here. I think it was just an opening.
Right.
But a very, nice old school look. I mean,
Right.
it fooled me pretty much, so that's cool.
Right. I say it's in the stock place and everything. It's just a little smaller.
Yeah. And you left the bows, which I love. I love headliner bows. And I noticed a lot of people, I mean, people are removing them these days on some of the...
I don't understand.
I totally agree, man. I don't understand that. I was talking with the Safari last week, and one of the coolest things about the interior is the headliner bows. Only hardtops have them, and the Nomads, so really cool touch.
And I use the Camaro shifter.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. I saw that.
Yeah, I actually stole the idea. I'd seen it on that Tri-Fi website. A guy in a 57 had done that. And I thought that's pretty cool. And rather than using a low car shifter,
Yeah.
thousands of them, they look pretty stock.
So the dash trim, I noticed no radio cutout. So I guess the radio is all in that center unit.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I like the dash, the clean dash look. That's really cool. And then you got all modern gauges. So this thing's updated. I mean, it's got a nice classic look inside, but you got all the modern, very cool.
Yeah. So I wanted to use some of the original styling, just modernize things.
Yep.
And I didn't want to, some of these people, the interiors are so over the top.
Yep.
I says, they're too much. It's still, I wanted to keep it still Chevy.
Like, keeping the bows, for example.
Right.
I mean, I love that, especially at night when you open the door and the light reflects off of everything. It's just so cool at night. Very cool look. Yeah, interior is awesome, man. Very, very classy, and it's ready to go. Modern technology for the most part, so that's really cool. You want to see what we got under the hood?
Sure.
And these are Budniks.
No.
They're not Budniks.
Chucks.
Oh, okay.
I went with them because they have the hidden lug nuts.
Okay.
It kind of goes like.
Yep.
Another little hidden thing. I hid the gas tank or the.
Oh yeah.
Opening.
I talked about this last week on my dad's car. They didn't do it on my dad's, and I just, General Motors was so good in the late 50s of hiding the gas fills, but 55 they weren't.
Right.
And they put it right there.
And
so, you want to show us that? That's cool. How cool is that?
Oh yeah. Actually, I was over at a friend of mine that had a 210 55.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "You got to see this." He had done that. As soon as I saw that, so I got to do that to my car. It was so cool.
That is really cool, man. So where did they come up with the idea? Because I want to say an older car had something like that. Was that on an older Mark Continental car? So I don't know if it was electronic, but I want to say they had some. It's really cool, man. This is, if you have a 55, this is.
I show that at car shows to people, and people go, "Oh, you stole that idea from Ken Diggett." I said, "No, I did it way before Ken Diggett."
Oh gosh, Ken Diggett. All right.
I got stories on him.
we'll save that for another video, because I want to hear them. All right, so underneath the hood, definitely not 265.
No.
What do we got here?
The LS3 480.
4L80E.
No, the horsepower.
Oh, okay.
There's three versions of the LS3.
Yeah, okay, all right.
There's a stock version that came in the actual Corvette.
Mm-hmm.
It was 430 horsepower, and then they have the 480 has what they called it was like a bigger cam. It's actually less duration, or less lift, more duration, and then they make it 525 with even more cam.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that one. Yep. So 480 horsepower. That's enough for a good time,
I really wasn't looking for more horsepower. What I was looking because they had that more duration in the cam, so it gave it more of that old school sound because it has more overlap.
Yeah.
In it.
Okay.
The 430 idles so smooth.
Yeah. And reliability and gas mileage. Everything it's really super nice, right?
Yeah,
this is.
It gets 20 plus miles to the gallon. So.
That's really cool. Do you take it on the highway a lot? I mean, do you ever go on trips?
I haven't for a while. I used to.
Really?
But freaking some of the highways out here are so beat up with potholes and stuff that I don't.
Yeah. The 40, yeah.
I've driven it over to Henderson.
Oh, really?
And Boulder City. But that highway way over there anymore is so beat up.
Have you ever taken it to Hot August Nights?
No, I haven't.
Oh, really?
You know,
That's a pretty big show, right?
yeah. I like to do that, but I like to go with somebody who's been there before, so
Yeah.
I know what to do and where to go.
Yeah, because there's a lot of cars there.
Right.
So that firewall, and we talked about this last week, that goes back. I did that on my project. I love that. So that's a two-piece kit. It's two
Right.
plates, and you weld them in the middle, and just goes over your existing firewall, right?
Right, yeah.
Very cool, man. And it just makes a world of difference. If
Yeah.
you haven't seen a stock 55 firewall, it's kind of a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. And then you got tell us about that brake booster, master cylinder, excuse me.
It's electric
Yep.
and that. So it cleaned up the look and everything. I had him originally, he put one with a booster or the canister or whatever, and it went into the, here they had to cut it out, and I said, oh, I don't like that look at all. You know,
Oh, they actually recessed it into the firewall?
No, this cover.
Oh, okay.
They had to cut it out because of the way it was, and I said, "Oh, that looks like shit."
Yeah.
So we decided to go to this. They changed it to that.
These work I mean, my dad has it on his convertible very well. These brakes. I mean, these things are very grabby. They will stop on a freaking dime. You know, very good brakes, man. And you got what? So what brakes do you have here?
They're CPP big brake package.
So it's like a 13,
It's
a 12 or 13.
It's at least 13, maybe 14.
These are 18s. 18.
Yeah, these are 18.
Oh, okay.
Those are 18.
All right. Yeah.
There might be.
So they got to be 12 or 13.
Yeah.
For sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. And then in the back you
I
got
used to know, but
something similar. I mean, they're pretty big in the back too.
yeah,
I mean, that's a 20, right?
It's the whole package is theirs, but the front they use C4 Corvette calipers.
Oh, okay.
And in the back is Lincoln.
Oh, gotcha. So you did a Ford 9-inch in the back?
No.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't afford my car.
It's okay.
It's a 10-bolt Camaro.
Really clean. So
Gen 1 Camaro.
So they obviously took it off the frame, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's pretty clean under here.
Completely off and everything.
Got the stainless gas tank.
Yeah. 22 gallons.
So that means you still have the spare tire well?
No.
Don't. You took it out.
Yeah, it's gone. AAA, looking at it flat.
Yeah, exactly. We let's check it out on the inside.
Let me turn that light off before I burn my battery.
All right, go for it. You can open up that tailgate now. See what you got going on in here. So no spare tire well, just a nice clean setup.
Yeah.
And you got the gas struts.
The battery back in here.
Oh, okay, cool. Easy access. I like that.
Right.
So a lot of people put it on the in the
they
wheel
don't put
wells,
it there.
and you did it right there. That's very cool.
He said he used to do that, but it was kind of hard moving the battery.
It's the first time I've seen it right there. They usually have it in the spare tire well, or you know,
Right.
that's really cool. And then of course you got my gas struts here, so that's nice. Opens up really nice. I mean, it's just very detailed car, you know, very detailed. If you could do it over, what would you do differently?
The only thing I would do differently is put a 12 bolt rather than a 10 bolt rear end.
Oh, really?
That's the only thing. That's everything else is the way I wanted it.
Yeah.
Unless somebody I hit the lottery, I'd go to Art Morrison frame or something.
Yeah. But for the most part, you're happy with it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's an amazing car. Again, it's probably one of the nicest cars in town, I'd say. lots of, I mean, there's not a lot of 55 no. What would you say? Maybe like 5 to 10 55 Nomads in town, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any as nice as this though that I've seen. This is, I mean, everything is just done. You know, everything's done well. I always look at trim. I look at stainless because a lot of people don't do it. You know, it's crazy. The nice cars that we see and eyebrow trim is something I talked about last week.
Right.
Very hard to restore, and some people don't even have them because they're so expensive or whatever. And to see them and see them done nicely just goes to show you, it gives you credibility for the whole car. That's one of the more difficult things to do on a 55 Nomad, if not the most difficult when it comes to chrome. So.
Right.
How many miles would you say you put on it?
It's got a little over 7,000 miles.
7,000 miles, so on an annual basis.
On an annual, probably, I don't know, 300-400 miles a year.
And you're, so you're a full-time Havasu guy, right? Okay.
Yeah, I retired and came out here.
So do you ever take it out of town for any shows?
Yeah, I go to usually LS Fest in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
And then during COVID, I didn't go, but usually I take a month and go to California, stay Huntington Beach. I rent a townhouse or a condo.
Oh,
with a
okay.
garage, and I'll go to like Donut Derelict, and they have.
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah.
used to have the Labor Day show, but that's gone away.
The Cruising for a Cure?
Cruising for the Cure, I did that this
Yep.
year.
That's a good show.
Yeah,
How was it this year?
it was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
That one year I got Best Nomad there. I think.
Oh, really? Wow. That's actually a hell of an award because you're not the only Nomad there, you know. That's a cool award, man. So when you just finished so when you have a car built and someone builds it, how does that work with like endorsing the builder, or is there a certain kind of promotion thing that you guys talk about, or maybe in the magazines or something? Or
no, he just gave me, he put some stickers in
oh, okay,
on the wing windows at first.
gotcha.
And gave me a bunch of cards, and
Okay.
which I did. I handed them out.
Yeah.
People asked who did it, and I passed out cards.
So it was done in 2009 is when you took the project. 2013 ish.
Yeah, 12.
Okay.
2012. Actually, the end of 2012.
Have you ever? Oh, well, you probably never been to Tri-5 Nationals.
No,
Do you want to go?
I would go, but
It's a far
it's
far drive. Yeah.
Getting there. No, they were gonna have one in Bakersfield for a while.
I think they did have one, and it
One?
just totally bombed.
Yeah.
Like it just wasn't a good venue. They had the people that wanted to show up, but the venue was, from what I heard, very dirty.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm correct on this, but it was like lots of like muddy and dirty and just, you know what I'm saying? Just not like, I think Tri-5s is more grassy fields and,
Well,
you know,
Right.
more trees and stuff like that. Just a nice, nice scenery, right?
Right. That's kind of like what happened here with the Run of the Sun. They used to have it over on the island
Yeah.
golf course.
Yep.
But they wouldn't water the golf course, and it got so dusty and dirty. Everybody complained,
Yeah.
so they had to move it.
Wow. I like that show, by the way.
Yeah.
That's always a good turnout.
Yeah,
But now they
you
just
know.
have it. They just have it. On Thursday they have everyone on McCulloch, and that's nice. And then they have it at that, whatever
Golf
that place
course.
is. Yeah. And
The bridge.
it seems like it has a lot of potential to do much more, but Havasu just won't. It can't take the. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well, there's some things that people got upset with them this year. They used to have it.
Those lead
You had your
lenses.
main fee, and if you wanted to bring more cars, I don't know what they. I think it was like $25 an extra car.
Yeah.
Well, they went to full price now, and actually in full price they raised from 85 to 100.
$100.
Yeah. So then if you wanted to bring 2 or 3 other cars or something, another $300-400 or so.
Wow.
Or it used to be, $25 a pop.
Yeah.
And some people were upset about that.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. $100 a car.
Which
got.
is it's okay. It's going to charity, and they have it's
Oh, really? I didn't know
like
that.
you
Yeah.
said, they have the thing down on McCulloch. They do a cruise. They have a
Yeah.
pancake breakfast.
Yeah.
2 dinners.
Okay.
And that. So there's more than just
Yeah.
the show.
Yep. So is this the last car for you, or is there any more?
Probably, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I always kind of thought about like a 66 or 67 Nova.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
I really like those. But,
And who would you have do the work?
I don't know.
That's a muscle car, so
I would think maybe Lakeside.
the guy in town. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But he's such a small shop, and
I've never been there, so yeah, I'm not familiar with Lakeside. I know Premier, but I don't know Lakeside.
Right. Lakeside is on the south side of town,
Okay.
and if you ever get a chance to do that garage tour for 32 Deuces.
Bill. Yeah, he was
used to
the
be
guy,
part of
one of the
garage
guys.
tour.
Yeah.
Well, they do. At least Lakeside always was in there.
Oh,
the
okay.
shop.
All right. Crazy, man. Yeah. That was nice when Bill did it. I got to see all the cars come up the street. My dad and I just hang out right here. Nice little car show, man. It's really too bad. And so if you did do something like that, are we looking at a lot more horsepower?
Maybe the 525 on the LS3 and a 6-speed transmission.
6-speed, manual.
I want to do something like an autocross with it too.
So do you think we have a time to go around the block?
Sure.
I've never been on a ride around the block on one of these reviews, and I want to do it. So let's rock and roll, man. Just a small thing, just around the street. Nothing crazy. Very cool. All right. This is going to be a real treat.
Also, I got electric cutouts.
Oh, do you? That's fun, man. All right, here we go. You can just go that way. Got Paul Williams and his 55 Chevy Nomad. Very cool. Man, it drives so nice compared to what I'm used to. Seats are really comfortable, man. I gotta say, these are nice.
They were out of an Lexus.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
For power.
Very nice, man. This is a total blast to drive, I would imagine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very cool. That was awesome, man. Oh, we got our door strikers. Totally forgot.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Wow, nice. Man, thanks a lot, dude. I really appreciate you coming because it was freaking cold this morning. So thanks for coming by. And we'll have to do it again, man. You're gonna have to take me on a long, or maybe I get to drive next time.
Yeah.
Cool. It's just so cool, man. Great color, great car. Looks amazing, dude.
Alrighty.
All right, man. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.